Why, hello there, YouTube. This is Tycooner Steve, welcoming you not back to another episode of Let's Play, but welcoming you to a brand new Let's Play of Zoo Tycoon 2, in which this time we're going to be switching it up a little bit by playing in Challenge Mode. What is Challenge Mode? Well, the basic difference between Challenge Mode and Sandbox Mode, what we played in our first zoo, is that we're going to have a budget. We're going to actually have to earn money and keep making money. Now, the standard budget is usually $50,000 to begin with. I already bumped that up to $75,000, just so I wouldn't run out of money on the first episode, be able to do some fancy things at the beginning. By fancy things, I mean like what we're going to do today is we're going to construct both the entrance to our zoo and a little area for our guests to sit down in, get something to eat. Something we're going to have to pay much more attention to this go through because we're going to want them to buy stuff from us. Probably not going to put in an animal this episode. Probably just going to do this kind of as almost an episode 0 to get us ready to go. What map are we going to play on? Well, at first I thought maybe I should go all the way to the XL grassland map that you get with the Cretaceous Calamity expansion pack. Then I remembered it took me 33 episodes to fill a regular large-size map without a budget, and I thought, well, maybe I need to go down to a medium map. Decided I was just going to go back to a large map. Last time we did City Zoo. This time I'm just going to open up in Grassland, just so it changes around the ambient background a little bit. So here we're going to go. Basically, we moved down to, I think it's Southern California. It just says North America here. But that's where we're going to go. Let's go ahead and begin loading this up, and I'll see you as soon as the game loads. Alright, so we're loaded up, and there we go. It's our first challenge up. So, why do we call it challenge mode? Because throughout the game you get challenges. Challenges, if you complete them, they give you a bonus, usually either some type of cash bonus or a free animal for your zoo. Let's see what's going on here. Ancient Animals Monthly wants to do a feature story about animals brought back from extinction. I'm actually going to decline that one. Like I said, the focus of this episode is just going to be to build up an entrance and like a little area for our guests. Do I know what kind of entrance I'm going to build? No, I do not. I really don't plan these things out. You might know if you watch my previous thing. Right now I'm just going to take a moment and do some deleting. So prepare for fast motion. Okay, very good. Fantastic, and let's go ahead and, whoops, not that one. I'm going to go ahead and close our zoo for now. Oh, this zoo is going to need a name. I'm not going to just call it Challenge Zoo. I'm going to let you people name it. Let me know in the comment box below what you'd like to call our new Challenge Zoo. And, let's get started. What are we going to do for our beginning here? I really don't know how I want to do this. Do I want one big building, a couple little ones? Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I've got a plan. I'm not 100% sure how to execute it. And for the purposes of this episode, I'm going to do what I've been doing in my collab Dino Zoo. I'm going to talk at the beginning. For the main building part, I'm going to just play music and do fast motion. And then I'm going to come back at the end and do a little review talking just to keep the length of the episodes down. So just wait one moment and we'll get into quick build mode and I will see you at the end. Okay, welcome back. So, if you've been watching, you've probably noticed a few things quite different from our last Let's Play. First of all, you'll notice that when I opened up my construction materials, I don't have everything available yet. That's because in challenge mode, you don't get everything right away. You unlock things as you increase your zoo's fame. Right now, we're at the very minimum fame level. Um, That's going to go up with a few different things. Here, let me just go over this mechanics. Number of animals, number of species. So, like, I just put in a set of Roosevelt spoonbills. So the number of animals I put in was 4. Number of species was 1. Animal happiness, the educational, entertaining, guest happiness, how many we release to the wild, and if we finish any awards or challenges. While that was going on, I think that you were able to see that. Whoops. Where is our current challenge? There it is. I did accept a challenge. Basically, if we can raise $1,500 in donations during the first 30 days, so by February year 1, I get a matching grant for whatever I can raise. So that prompted me. I was probably going to be doing it anyway, but I definitely wanted to put some animals in this episode. I just put in a very basic area. What I did is I just made a little outline of where we're going to eventually put our entrance gate. Because I don't have those building materials available yet, I'm not going to go ahead and... Come on, get where I want you. I'm not going to go ahead and start building it until I actually have the materials I need to make a proper entrance gate. So I just kind of lined that out, and then I just curved the path over to make a very basic guest area with the food, water, and dessert. Put in a bathroom, Coke machine, ATM, 2 donation boxes for our Roosevelt Spoonbills, and of course seating, benches, and picnic tables there for our guests that want to eat. So we're going to need to go over just a real quick why I consider this an episode 0 of a couple of things for mechanics that we need to talk about that we didn't worry about when we were doing a freeform zoo. One of the main ones is that we have to do is line of sight. So let's look at our Roosevelt Spoonbill one here. And you can see that under its needs, everything's in the green right now, so it's happy. Basically what happens is, right now, let's see, is the spoonbill doing anything? Right now it's going to drink water. Why is it going to drink water? Well, basically, every time the game needs to figure out what it wants the spoonbill to do, it checks these statuses. And whichever one's highest, in this case thirst, it's satisfied, but it's still the highest. What it does is it does a quick check to how close the closest drinkable water is. I think spoonbills can drink from shallow water, but in this case it looks like it identified the dish. So what it's going to do now, because it was within the line of sight of that spoonbill, is the spoonbill is going to drink the water, and that thirst need is going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then once it's done with that, it's going to figure out whichever need is next most important. In fact, it looks like entertainment's going to be, and I did research a small toy ball, but I didn't place any in there. So let's place one down there so they can kick it around. And I might end up adding some more things later on, like I might put in a misty spring or something for them. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and start researching it so I can use that when I'm needed. You can see I've already blown through, almost, 13.5 thousand already. So I knew construction earlier. So why do I like challenge mode? I've explained that mechanic. That mechanic works the same for our guests too. The guest will have needs. Whatever the guest needs are, it does a quick check to see if there's anything within the guest line of sight. And if it is, then the guest goes to do it. So one of the things we'll have to be aware of is we can't build animals so far away that, like, if you're done looking at the spoonbills, you're not going to be able to see the next animal, because the guest will actually walk part way, and if it can't see anything, just assume there's nothing else in the zoo, and leave without staying to spend their precious, precious money. So we obviously don't want that to occur. Let's see. But why do I like challenge mode? Well, I like it for a few reasons. First of all, it feels more like a game to me. The restrictions are kind of annoying at first, but the fact that there are restrictions does feel a lot more like you're playing something. I also like it because it really encourages you to go back and do things that you've done before. Or I should say, go back and improve things that you've done before. Obviously, what I set down here does not look nice compared to what I was doing in the freeform zoo. It's very basic, very simple. So definitely, probably even next episode, maybe I'll even just record the next episode right after this one. I'll go back and start building a nice front entrance and kind of just dressing up this area like you might have noticed when I was in build mode and I wanted to get a nice tree to go with our Roosevelt Swimbills. I do not have a single tree yet access for that biome. So that's obviously something we're going to have to do. And I really, really like it. The fact that it makes you go back, the fact that it makes you kind of continually reinvent and readjust things and kind of monitor stuff. We're going to be spending a lot more time looking at our zoo stats and zoo options. Another thing we're going to have to be spending some more time doing is going down here into zookeeper mode and actually cleaning our animals, filling water dishes, doing things like that. This probably will take a great deal longer than our... Oh, I already kicked the small toy boy in the water. I'll never find it again. This will probably take a great deal longer than our other zoo because I have to do little things like this, but it's part of what I really enjoy. I hope you enjoy it too. Like I said, I'm thinking now that I'm just going to go right ahead. Whoops. Let me go ahead and open the zoo now that I have a place for the guests to go before I forget to do that and we get into a bunch of trouble. You can see I've already picked up, number of animals. It's already readjusted, and the guest happiness is starting to go up. But it is open. We are looking for a name for our zoo. So please feel free to leave that in the comments below. Probably won't happen until episode 3. Oh, there's our first guest. Let's go say hi, first guest. Hi, first guest. And some others. Coming around behind. Okay, so our first guest, she passed the zoo thing, which means we get our money for her ticket. We're going to get 20 bucks from there. And hopefully this is a guest that likes to stop at our shop. But you see right now, her needs happiness. Happiness for guests comes basically from viewing animals. Particularly if the animals do something funny, if they see baby animals, that gets a boost. If they see multiple animals in the same biome, that gets a big boost. If they see an animal using an enrichment object, it gets a boost. That's the things that make it. So we can see that she just got the happy face here because she viewed the animals. In fact, she's going to view them from another angle. Nope, she's still viewing them. But when we're done, her happiness will go down, and probably her next thing is going to be food or the need to sit. Misty Spring is good. Let's go ahead and grab a Misty Spring then. Probably won't let me put it in the water now, will it? Nope. Oh well, it's good to have in the future. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me in what this first episode is. I'm probably going to let this run a little bit, and it shouldn't take too long for us to go ahead and go up to the next level in our fate, at which point I'll begin building our entrance and dressing up this area so it looks a little nicer. And I will catch you on that side. Thank you so much. You have a great day. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Let's Play, if this is something worth continuing. If I'm wasting my time and should just go back to a sandbox mode zoo, I'd be willing to listen to that too. But thank you so much. Have a great day.